Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we finished the path to the Vittorio Veneto. I do apologize to you Italians out there if I've been saying, and I legitimately have said that wrong all the time. So hopefully I said that a little bit closer. Vittorio Veneto. Let me know if I'm a little closer. But anyway, I needed a break. I needed to jump out, get into something that slaps. Something to bring me back. And so y'all know the deal. I jumped right into Montana and, this happened. Very first game back off of the Italians, and it's like the RNG god smiled upon me. This is going to be one of those matches that you can only dream about. It's absolutely glorious. And also, it has a special moment right at the beginning. We get to see the rare breed of destroyer player at high tier. Yes, that's right, we have two of them on our team, and both of them are completely AFK for at least the first minute of the match. You love to see it, right, folks? You love to see it. It's always the destroyer players. Why? Why is it always the most important ship in the game that's AFK? Like, why? Oh my god, I've said it a million times. Destroyers decide who wins and loses battles. This battle is going to be none different. In fact, it's going to come down to, actually, I'm not going to lie. It's not that the destroyer player plays really, really well at the end. It's that, I'm an idiot. But y'all already knew that. Like, I've told you guys 1,000 times at this point that my two brain cells go on vacation occasionally. And sometimes, when I'm trying to record a specific type of video for you guys, and in case in point this one, I don't always make the smartest plays. I know, shocker! Gasp! Spartan doesn't make the best play all the time when he's recording? Psh, I've watched him live stream, he always makes the best decisions. Always. Without fail. It's the one thing you can count on with Spartan Elite 43. Oh, hi Stalingrad, how are you? Now that we have some spotting, holy mother of God, the Marlborough. Hey guys, here's your meat for the Marlborough. It's a KGV that is not a tier 6, but a tier 8 because it gets 16 guns. Let's see how that works out for him. Wait for it. Welcome to Legendary. Pow! Down he goes! Welcome to World of Warships Legends, Marlborough. Yeah, you're gone. You love to see it. But, yeah, that's the last HE salvo. He just sold that ship, I guarantee. Guarantee that man's like, I paid that much money for this? Refund! But we take a shot here at the Musashi, trying to keep ourselves relatively well angled. But lo and behold, our destroyer friend in the gearing has now shown up. And to showcase, by the way, Musashi is also running propulsion mod. You'll love to see it. Look at this guy. He's like, oh, I'm going to prove that I can be useful. And he's going to come over here and he's going to give me a big hug because he loves me so much and he really appreciates me death striking the HE spamming battleship that could have death struck him. The good news is he is actually going to be helpful here, but not for the reason that he thinks. Now, he might be rubbing up against me, but he's about to Mr. President for me and, eat one of these Shima Torps. Yeah, we eat one, he eats one. That's a fair trade. Welcome to World of Warships Legends, Gearing. Yeah, maybe next time, don't just go, like, run straight into a battleship after you decide to spawn it. Now, obviously, the Stalingrad here is gonna chunk me. I didn't lock my guns. I know, I hear it all the time. Y'all don't need to judge. Stop judging me. I know, I should lock my guns. That way they're in the right position at the right time. But I don't remember this until it's too late. I start looking to dodge torpedoes, I look at doofuses, and next thing I know, my guns are in the wrong side of the ship. It's not ideal, but it happens. Now here, I was pretty hopeful that the Stalingrad was dead here, because I didn't want to get blapped by him again, because he could definitely Citadel me again. I am also extremely worried about this Musashi out here. Why? Well, I mean, he's already smacked us once. We've lost half our hit points because of the Shima and him. And he actually hits me, despite me being, like, disappeared for quite a while. Now, the good news is, because I'm disappeared, I know that the Shima has moved on, which is beautiful. Also, look at our damage. Nice. But we're going to try to put ourselves in a position to capture the center base. Give our team a chance. You can see our team is slowly coming to the realization that they now control the right side of the map. So if they can get into that cap, get that cap, get the cap. Yeah. Musashi clearly going to shoot at me here. Like, I'm spotted, so I got to start angling against the Musashi. He does fire his guns. The goal here, get the shot off as quickly as possible, turn in, try to avoid as much damage as possible. He does hit us with a couple. 2 full penetrations for 10,700. We'll take it. We smack him back for roughly the same amount of damage. You'll love to see it. Now, the good news for me is that we're going to disappear and he's going to stay spotted. And because he stays spotted, he just got blapped by the guys behind me, which is lovely. The Yami that's back there just smacked him. We're going to take a shot right before we go behind this island. As soon as I see the island coming into view, that's when I take the shot. Now, I know he's angled away, so we aim a little bit high. We don't want to hit the belt. We want to hit high. We have 81,000 damage, and we smash that man, taking us up to 100. We just hit that man for 20,000 damage. He felt it, I promise. Now, obviously, because we know that the Shima's in the area, and because we want to guarantee capture in this base, we are going to stop behind this island. We're going to try to reverse a little bit, get our guns on target, and try to assist the guys at the Charlie cap. Now, this is where all of my battleships become a big problem for the enemy. You get me into a crossfire situation, especially with my American battleships, like Kansas and Montana especially, because of their freaking ridiculous accuracy, and you're going to be in for a bad time. And this is no different. We're gonna try to reverse away. We have gotten the center cap. That's going to allow us to start flipping the points lead. Remember, a 2-to-1 cap advantage. That's going to come in handy real soon. And I knew what I should and shouldn't do, and I didn't do it anyway. We actually rushed a shot here to try to get it into the gap. We got 3 of the turrets to fit through, 2 of which are only going to hit the target, unfortunately. But we do a little bit of damage, knock a gun, no big deal. Watch what the Alaska does next. He knows he just got hit by a battleship's guns from this direction. Why on earth would he then make this turn? I don't understand it. Now, you can see the thought process in his head. He's like, I shouldn't make this turn. But he makes it anyway, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. 12 American 16-inch guns. Pow! 5 hits and a Citadel. And that takes us up to 126,000 damage. Yep, that's a thing that just occurred. Yeah, so needless to say, we're kind of ruining this enemy team. And we've done the right thing by getting in the cap. Now, our team over there is getting their butts kicked. Tashima manages to get a kill on both of our battleships, unfortunately. He gets a double strike here, which is really, really, really unfortunate. If only we had a gearing that could have done something about the Shima. I know, it's crazy. Don't worry, though. That Shima's going to make an incredibly stupid play in a little bit, and he should die for it. He should. So we'll see how that goes. Now, we are also very well aware of the fact that the Musashi is still out on the right side. I do not, however, pay attention to what the battleship is behind me. I know that there's a Musashi out there. I don't know what my battleship is behind me. I didn't know it was a Yami at the time. Speaking of, unfortunately, Montana gets out of our range. You hate to see it. And then, of course, Alaska gets spotted broadside to us right as we get around the island and can't shoot him. However, Bismarck, we can shoot. So we take a shot early, because we expect to be able to not be spotted here as soon as we come around the edge here. We get the shot out. Not the best looking dispersion, but mostly horizontal. We're going to put a few shells on target. There you go. 2 shells, 1 full, 1 overpin into the superstructure. You'll love to see it. Mino then does something incredible. He smokes up, which I know isn't for me, but he does manage to smoke himself up, which actually allows me to get a free shot here as well. And this poor Bismarck is going to join the list of people who wishes that American battleships couldn't do this to you. Yeah. Goodbye. Superstructure, folks. Learn to use it. My God. The amount of damage, especially on German and American ships, the amount of damage that you can farm off of dummies because they're just sitting there with their superstructure exposed. But Spartan, how do you hide your superstructure? You can't! That's the best part! That's the best part. You can't angle your superstructure. You can't hide your superstructure. Nothing you can do can hide that thing. So learn to shoot it once in a while, folks. It's a crazy freaking damage pool. Shima comes out full broadside in front of a freaking Mino. A Mino! Not to mention a Hayate and a Montana! And I reach out and I smack the man for a third of his health. And I'm like, okay, this Shima is clearly going to die. There is a Mino shooting at him from freaking 5 kilometers or less, and he can't hit him. He just can't hit him. Like, how? How? And this is a tragedy. Not only did the Mino not finish him off, the Hayate didn't even shoot him. What? But good news is Montana comes out, so we're going to reach out. We're going to try to touch him. And I'm going to try to start putting myself in a potential position for a crossfire. You can know that the GK is coming up from the left, and we blap the crap out of the Montana. We take basically nothing in return. Up to this point, I have played almost a perfect game. You know, there's a funny thing about almost playing a perfect game. A lot of times it comes back to bite you in the butt. Why do you think that, Spartan? Well, it's simple. Overconfidence. Now, I know that we win this match if I don't do anything. If I just sit here and protect the cap, we win. Simple as that. But knowing how to win and fighting the urge to win harder is very, very difficult, even for the most seasoned of veterans. And sometimes we get ourselves into trouble. Now here we have a GK who doesn't even have a camo, guys. This is like his first legendary ship he's ever gotten. It's got no camo. It gets a fire, though, with the secondary. Am I going to put out a single fire, knowing there's a Shima on the loose because our freaking Mino didn't manage to finish him off? No, I'm not. I'm not that stupid, okay? That being said, what I'm about to do next is incredibly stupid. Remember, you do not want to win harder. Winning harder means you lose. That's what winning harder means. I don't know if you guys have ever watched a Jingles video or anybody's video where winning harder is a thing. I've had several of them. Not just from me, but other people, and I always try to critique when it happens, whether it's me causing it or other people causing the winning harder. But this is one of those perfect freaking scenarios where in my head, the Shima has moved on to the right side of the map to go after the Yami, and I am A-okay. But look at my god-darn direction. You see where in the top right corner of my, like, little area in the middle of the map, you see where it says located? What does that mean? That means somebody who's very close to me is running Twist and Track or Perceptive. I wonder who that could be. Could it be the Shima? Yes, Spartan, it could be the Shima. Maybe you should think about that before you go do something incredibly stupid like pull out into where he could easily torp the crap out of you. Now here, in my defense, I'm like, okay, well, Shima was last spotted over here. He probably continued after whatever. No, you dummy! Think about it, logically. He was in a smoke screen. He had a Mino on one side. He had a Hayate on one side. Why would he go out the front of that smoke screen? He clearly went out the back, and he is now on your port side, torping the piss out of you, you dumb... And in my stupidity, or in this case, my stupor, I completely misread this situation of where the Shima could be, and, yeah. Well, we all know how this ends. Rip the dream. But that's okay, because the game is not over. There is very little time left. Under 2 minutes to be exact. The enemy has a solid 100-point advantage, 110 points to be exact, or close to it. But we have the 2-cap lead. We have a destroyer on the loose. There is a battleship out there that could easily be yoinked. And we have a Mino who's relatively playing, you know, somewhat smart here. Has a smoke screen going. He's got he's using the spotting of the GK to farm the GK. He's doing a pretty solid job of aiming the superstructure here to try to farm as much damage. The GK makes a very, very bad turn here to try to get his rear guns involved, and that leaves him open to not only the Mino's guns, but also the exact same situation I just ran into, except he's going to be able to turn back in and avoid most of these, and that's going to leave him alive. He does manage to get a damage con off just in time to protect him, but he fires his guns. If he just does not fire his guns there, he probably lives. and doesn't give his team a chance. Now, you guys thought that this was us throwing the match, right? No, we're not throwing the match because you can only see one person trying to live harder or win harder in a match, right? Not two. And we just saw two people winning harder. How do we make it even better? We make a third person try to win harder. That's right. This is a double flip entendre. Just a complete freaking backflip in twist. All of the things, the plot twist. There is one more person that is going to throw this match. I threw, the GK threw, and then the Hayate on our team is about to throw. You had one job, my guy. One job. The Mino, despite not killing the Shima, puts us in a position to potentially win, and then the Hayate just craps it out. Yeah, love to see it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was a very entertaining match for me. I enjoyed it, even though I was on the receiving end of being one of the dummies that threw the game for my team. So I can't be mad at anybody else. It's just one of those situations where your hope goes up, and then you crush your own hope, and then your hope goes back up, and then your hope is crushed again at the very end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Did you enjoy the match? And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.